Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to be reacting to an Ashikai theory, which is Paimon and Project Stuzha. So if you do enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. I do want to say, I'm pretty sure on Saturday I'm probably going to be doing a live stream in the morning at UTC plus A of just exploring the moon and stuff like that. So if you want to check that out, make sure you catch me live there. On Saturday morning UTC plus 8. Probably around 9. Probably 8:39, I'll say. It's gonna be fun. I do want to unlock that one other quest that you can unlock by exploration as well. So, and I might do it in that stream if I unlock it. But yeah. Anyway, let's get straight into this. Let's see what they have to say, because obviously I heard the theory. I think it was from Cow Blue Hat, with Paimon shivering. It could be like a barrier, it could be the barrier around Shiznaya and stuff like that. It could be affecting her because it's supposed to avoid the gaze of the Heavenly Principles, and if Paimon's from the Heavenly Principles, she'll be affected. But anyway, let's go. And by the way, this is a short Ashikai video. That's a first, man. That's a first.
Shiznaya is far and away the most hyped nation Genshin's ever had, and for good reason.
Bro, I cannot wait for it. It's going to be so cool. I cannot wait for the interactions with the Fatui, seeing all of them. I want to see Tartaglia and Pantalone talk, bro. I cannot wait to see the interact. Oh my god, it's going to be so good. I can't wait to see the Sarita. I cannot wait to see all the characters. I can't wait for the story. I can't wait for the lore. I can't wait to see what the fuck that sky is. It looks beautiful. The aesthetics are, what even is that? Wow.
It's where a lot of the prime movers of the main plot, like the Fatui and the Gnosis, come from.
Yeah, oh my god, Pantalone.
So close to learning.
Bro, we get to see Renova and Orion Daughter. We actually get to see them in Shiznaya. That is so freaking cool. I'm so curious what's going to happen.
More about these things. And yet, I feel like the most unexpected yet pressing question on everyone's mind right now is actually, what the heck's wrong with Paimon in the teaser trailer? She looks sick, cold, and tired, and none of those are Paimon traits. Paimon is...
Well, was she sick, cold, and tired and dragon-spined? Was she shivering? Was she ever shivering in dragon-spine? I don't know. I feel like she could have caught a cold, you know? Gods can catch colds, probably.
Is bubbly and full of energy and always floating around. So it feels really weird to see her just...
Yeah, I just take this as that she's cold, but maybe I'm too naive because it's, Genshin Impact. Maybe I'm too naive. I still just think she's cold and they're throwing a curveball, but I guess they are showing it for a reason, so I don't know.
There. In fact,
probably
I
not.
don't think this has ever happened before. So it's definitely a topic worth
interesting.
pursuing.
So not even in
I have
Dragon's
my own ideas on what might be wrong with Paimon, and I've shared my musings on stream once or twice, but not everyone watches those, and I've also had a little time to sit and stew in my own thought juices, so I thought now would be a good time to sort of compile all of those thoughts into something a bit more cohesive. And also accessible, because no one wants to scroll through a 4-hour stream to find the thoughts about this one little thing, But I digress.
Oh, no.
If we want to learn more about what's going on with Paimon, we need to start off this little mini theory by talking about the element of cryo. Because not only is it relevant to what's up with Paimon, but it's also going to be the big focus of the upcoming region of Shiznaya.
Bro, I think the biggest thing about cryo that's in everyone's mind is preserving, but not also that, but also what they talked about in the in that dev talk, where it was the traveler is going to access some ancient power, preserved ancient power. That is in the back of my mind, every time I hear the word freaking preserve or cryo, it's just in the back of my mind, bro. It's bro, what's gonna happen? I genuinely cannot even think about what could even happen, and I'm so excited to see, bro. So excited.
That is undeniable, because not only is cryo going to be able to reshape the landscape in Shiznaya, but we're also going to be getting some new stellar reactions for it. And you'll be able to test
By the way, I'm pretty sure that guy, the green hair that we see right there, is a 5-star, by the way. We're only getting 2 characters for 0.0, which is insane. Which is insane, but I guess we get the cryo traveler straight away, so maybe that counts as the 3rd. So maybe he's a 4-star, but I'm pretty sure he's a 5-star. I'm pretty sure we're getting 2 5-stars, and then I guess they don't. Oh, I guess that means they wouldn't need to release a 4-star to give you the power of the region. because they're gonna give you cryo travel immediately. So I guess that's probably why. But still, this is the first time I feel like we're not getting a 4-star and a 0.0. Because he is not gonna. They're not releasing one 5-star. There's no way.
Those stellar reactions using
But I was waiting for several days after. I was like, is it drip marketing? Is it drip marketing? No? Oh, what the fuck?
some new stellar reactions for it. And you'll be able to test out those stellar reactions using Sandrone. Although you might be feeling a bit light on the Primo Gems needed to get her, but never fear, because Eniba is here to both sponsor today's video and offer you some great...
I got Sandrone Fortnite. I got it. I'm in the process of building her. I actually built her for like an hour. I was like freaking playing for like an hour last night, bro. Like fighting, like exploring, collecting the bugs. On the stream, I'm gonna be collecting more of the bugs so I could go to at least 80 and doing her domain. I did a lot. I did like 12 runs of her talent domain because I have to do that. Oh my god, you're showing Wuthering Waves in my Genshin video? Fuck you, Ash. Fuck you. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking.
But for Primo Gem, double check.
Whoa!
You can rest easy, know it from. But in a scenario where you decide to get yourself some fresh...
Oh! I was like, what the hell was that? I was like, is this like special Primo Gem she made or something? I was like, well, why is there like this weird design around like this? I was like, oh, whatever. I was like, what is this? I was like, wait, is this something I don't know about? It was like something that she just made. There's like a special thing. I was, oh no, she just planted on top. I was like, what the
Primo
fuck
Gems,
was that,
you
bro?
can purchase region or purchase one to pick up Sandrone, or
It's like
use
purple
one
as
to
well,
last.
so it's
I
confused.
must bid them.
It's like purple as well, so I was like, what? Oh, damn it.
A certain phenomenon. We were talking about why I think... Now, what was I talking about before this?
I think Paimon.
Right. We were talking about why I think Paimon is weak to cryo. Or
Oh,
at least
weak to
a certain
cryo.
phenomenon related to cryo. Let me explain.
Interesting.
In the Tushnezhnaya and the Future behind the scenes video, the developers mentioned that cryo has some unique properties, and they kind of gave us some ideas as to what those could be, but refused to elaborate further, which probably means it's important.
Which obviously it's good. Obviously we don't want them to elaborate or show too much or say too much because, well, we're going to be doing the fucking region, right? And it's cool to find out there, you know? Which I'm always happy. That's why I've said this before. I really like how they did Nod Cry with showing things in trailers and stuff. Because I think it was really well done. Like they didn't showcase Ruria at all in the Luna 1 trailer. They only showed like the formation, which we didn't know what the hell that was. And then in Luna 3, they didn't show Dottore at all. And then it was a complete surprise both ways, both times, which I really like how they're doing that. I really like how they're not showcasing too much nowadays in their trailers, because it just comes out a complete surprise when things happen. Like they didn't show anything, spoilers for the Moon Quest, the latest Moon Quest, but they didn't show anything to do with the ending of that, with hearing the Traveler's message. They showed nothing. We heard nothing about that in the trailer, which I was so happy about. Oh my god, it's so good, because that caught me completely off guard. That was insane, even though I almost spoiled it for myself, but I spoiled it but my mind was set on something completely different. I did spoil it, which is great, but I almost did.
Now, based on what they shared, we can reasonably assume that the special property of cryo is tied to the preservation of both energy and memories, which makes sense because real-world scientists can extract perfectly preserved ancient specimens from ice sheets and other frozen things. In these cases, ice functions like amber, totally ice sheets.
Oh, I've never seen that word before.
And other frozen
I don't know what that was.
In these cases, ice functions like amber, totally encapsulating a specimen so it cannot be eroded by the passage of time.
And I guess it's like also like a freezer, right? That's how you preserve food for longer, right? You shove it in a freezer.
Now, we've seen Genshin reference this a couple of times in places like Dragonspine and during Xiangling's story quest, wherein ancient boars were perfectly preserved and also still alive inside blocks of ice.
Interesting.
Oh, and there was a person too.
Point oh.
Remember when 4-stars had story quests? Boy, that sure was blocks of ice. Oh, and there was a person too.
That's
Remember
okay.
when 4-stars had story quests? Boy, that sure was something, wasn't it?
What do you mean story? Oh, yeah, because Kaya had one. I remember Kaya having one, right? Kaya, Lisa. That was only 0.1.2. I mean, 0.1.2, right? Or something like that. Like, okay, even they stopped doing hangouts after freaking Lynette. Which is 4.0, by the way, which is insane.
Now, to
Over
be
2
clear,
years.
it's not the ice that's actually preserving things, because ice is just water that's really cold.
Yeah, it's, isn't it just the particles inside, like, the colder something gets, the slower the particle moves, and if it gets cold enough, at absolute zero, the particle cease to move at all. So then there's nothing changing? I don't know. I don't know.
Water does not have this preservation property. So temperature is actually playing a larger role in the preservation
There's no
of whatever
movement.
you have. So for that reason, I'd like to argue that the
The colder something is, the less it moves. The less it vibrates, I guess.
element of cryo actually has nothing to do with ice and everything to do with the slowing of kinetic energy.
See, I learned that. I learned that from school. And then cold.
Or a reduction
looks-
of thermal
okay.
energy, however you want to slice it.
Yeah.
So when we talk about kinetic energy, we're talking about movement. And when we
I
talk
am
about
so happy I
thermal
remembered
energy,
that.
we're really talking about the movement of the individual particles that make up a chunk of matter.
Hey, not pre-watched by the...
The faster those individual particles vibrate or move, the hotter something is, and the more thermal energy it has.
Boing, boing,
But the
boing,
less
boing.
those particles vibrate and move, the less thermal energy it has, and the colder that chunk of matter they belong to gets. And when you stop something from moving or vibrating, you
Poor
can
guy.
effectively freeze it.
What
in-
is negatives, like absolute zero? Is that negative it's something 70 degrees, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think it's 200? Is it in the negative 200s? I don't know.
time. Now, this is just a lot of words to say
Yeah,
that
which is
cryo is
cool.
a form of stasis, and stasis
And
is a function
it had something to do with time. You like freeze it in time, and Genshin has a lot to do with time.
of both space and time because movement is defined by both, and the particles that make up matter move. As my physicist buddy once said, time is the way we
That's
measure
busy.
changes in space, so if nothing is moving, time becomes imperceptible. So by this
Ooh,
logic, low
I can see
thermal
that.
energy slows down the erosion of time, while high thermal energy speeds up the erosion of time. This is why we preserve food in the fridge and
Look at my analogies! Oh my god, I'm so smart! Sorry.
break down food on the stove.
Okay, I didn't go
and
that far.
I think
Fuck.
that Snezhnaya is like a region that got placed into Vat's freezer in order to slow down.
Oh yeah, I was like, how did it become all cold? I was like, oh wait, because of the death of the first Cryo Archon's brother, right?
its passage of time. Think of the nation as being put in cryostasis, at least in part. After all, we do know that when someone gets cryo applied to them in game, they go slower. So that's already a function.
Really? Really? That's actually a fucking thing in the game? You go slower? Bro, I did not know that. I did not know that. What the fuck? Maybe because I freaking dashed so constantly, I never realized.
Of the element.
That's
And I
insane.
probably could have just led with that,
The
but
hell?
you know. But the real question here is, why is Snezhnaya in the freezer? Why are they trying to slow down time?
So that means the cold... Can you do that in real life? Wait, is that... So, if you live in a colder place, does that mean you age slower? Hey, I'm just saying. Do you age slower? Like, if you lived in, like, way up north, like Norway or somewhere where it's, like, very cold, Russia, like the top of Russia, do you age slower? I don't know. Because... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the Belyit Tsar died during the Conrian Cataclysm 500 years ago after allegedly opening the gates to Pohjola, which is most likely a portal to the Abyss. And that wasn't even the first time he'd tried to do that. According to Hymns of the Far North, he convinced the Third Descender to do it once before as well, and that got the Third Descender killed and then chopped up
right,
and laid into
okay.
Gnosis.
One of those
That's part of the
portals.
reason why the Third Descender goes by the name Saralainen, which is another name for Lemminkainen, a hero from the Finnish epic Kalevala. Because he also went to Pohjola, which is an Arctic realm of the dead from Finnish folklore, and he got
Arctic?
chopped up and thrown into the River of Death.
Oh, and it's all ice, so maybe they're trying to, like, preserve her ashes? I was like, preserve, and then I'm like, wait, preserve what? Preserve what, bro? She's turned to ash. Oh my god! By the way, if you haven't done the Sendrone Tea Party with Arlecchino, fucking do it. By the way, do it. It talks about like, okay, it talks about the lust in your title. Do it. It's actually insane. Like, what you learn about that is fucking ridiculous. So if you have not done the Arlecchino Tea Party, do it. Please. Holy crap.
As a result of his transgressions. Fun times.
I don't want to spoil it, bro, because it's actually so insane. I'm gonna have a video, like, I already have, like, the video, like, of me reacting to it. I'm, like, recording them, but I'm gonna put it in 2 parts, so it's not gonna be out for, like, quite a week or something. Because I'm still recording it, technically.
The Heavenly Principal hates when people mess with Abyssal stuff, and they've used their celestial nails to obliterate entire nations as punishment for even attempting to mess with the Abyss. Which begs the question as to why Snezhnaya is still standing. Because I don't think it's supposed to be. I think the power of Cryo is trying to slow down time in order to prevent an inevitable disaster.
Are you saying Snezhnaya is technically in the past? There's no way, right?
Remember, we saw Child in the teaser trailer asking how long Snezhnaya had left, implying that there's a great unavoidable disaster that they're trying to stop. And that is allegedly what Project Stuzha is for. And Stuzha just means snowy, like the blizzard kind of snowy, which implies a lot of colds going around. So whatever the plan is must be related to cold, or perhaps cold's stasis.
Bo is investigating, and she's like, I see what you're doing here, bitch. I see what you're doing here. Trying to freeze time, are you, bitch? Huh, bitch? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you now.
Properties. So what I'm wondering is whether or not there's, like, celestial nails hovering over Snezhnaya that were once sent down as punishment for opening the gates to the Abyss.
Bro, that'd be insane. By the way, there is still I mean, I don't know, because I've said this for so long, but Celestia, I'm pretty sure, still has a celestial nail up there ready to cast down. I'm pretty sure, I don't know where I can find the art now. I'm pretty sure it's in, that one Shade trailer before we got No Cry. But when you see, Celestia, you can see all the gaps where the nails were, and there's one gap that still has a nail, or still has a long object in it, which I think is a nail. So I'm pretty sure there's still a nail. I think it's gonna get cast down during Snezhnaya. Which, bro, if I don't think there's a celestial nail there now, I think there'll be a celestial nail getting shot down to Snezhnaya during our time there. Which, if it does, oh my god, that'd be so cool. And the Traveler's like, oh my god, I can imagine it. The Traveler's trying to stop it as well. Oh my god, that'd be so cool. And that's probably why the Shades are going down there to see if it deserves to be freaking poked, bro. Freaking shanked. You know what I mean? I think that'd be awesome, but I don't know.
Principles, and the Tsar at one point was able to create some kind of stasis field around his nation. Now, as I was recording this, the big hyped Snezhnaya teaser trailer finally dropped. And there's a lot to talk about in it, but the one thing I want to highlight in this video is that there's a scene where they talk about voting to extend...
Oh, yes, and they all objected. Which, by the way, one of the people that objected... Wait, no, but that doesn't make any sense now. One of the people objected... I think was one of the people that, like, the troop, the Voskeski troop, or whatever the fuck they're called, was trying to kill. Or was, like, threatening. So I'm pretty sure he was threatened into shortening the time. Which means Adets are part of the Fatui, so I don't know why she would threaten him to stop it. Project Stuzha, but I don't know.
Project Stuzha, which means that as of right now, Project Stuzha is already in effect. So the idea that Project Stuzha is actually a cryostasis field around Snezhnaya seems a little bit more probable.
It looks like there is obviously a shield around it, right? Because we've got the roots and everything. Oh my god, I'm so curious.
Now, this wouldn't stop the nails forever, but it would at least buy the nation a lot of time, which might be running out. But this video is not about Project Stuzha, it's about Paimon, and all of this was merely preamble to make the...
Was it actually supposed to be just Paimon, and then she put Project Stuzha in the title? She's like, fuck, I talked about Project Stuzha for too long. Let's put in the title.
case that Paimon
Oh, no.
might be weak to the cold. And by that I mean she's weak to the space-time anomaly that's being caused by the cold. What makes this feel plausible to me is that the last time Paimon got really exhausted like this against her will to the point where she passed out and felt ill
Oh,
was all
God.
the way back when we were tackling a space-time anomaly in the depths of the chasm. Now, this
Oh my god. Okay, that quest.
anomaly made it feel like time was passing inconsistently for each person. And of all the people in our party, Paimon was the one who had the most extreme reaction to it. While the
Interesting.
traveler felt like only a day or so had passed down there, Paimon was convinced that they'd been down there for months, or like 20 days at the very least. And that's a
Wow, okay.
massive discrepancy. And a short
Yeah.
while after realizing all of this, she started to feel kind of sick and then fell into a really deep sleep.
Oh,
Now,
interesting.
you absolutely can make arguments against this event's relevancy, but I feel like we shouldn't dismiss it entirely because Paimon, for all her flaws, is very resilient, and it's very rare that some physical phenomenon messes with her. Being in areas with dense toxic levels of elemental energy or direct abyssal
Yeah, true, she was
exposure
fine
never
there.
seems to impact her.
Yeah.
Heck, even instances where Nahida was struggling didn't affect Paimon. So I think
That's
it's
kinda wild.
very interesting that the space
When she's saying that makes me even more sus for Paimon when she's explaining all this. Worth noting that she also felt like in the Merjavari. No. Worth noting that she also felt like this in the Merjavari, which was outside of space time. Ooh. Man, she affected by time. Oh my. What is Paimon then? Oh my god, I don't know.
Anomalies
I'm never
in
gonna
the
think
chasm
about it. My brain's
did
gonna
have
hurt.
an impact on her, and that's why I think it's very possible that Snezhnaya, as a nation, is experiencing a similar space-time anomaly that stems from Cryo's ability to put things
What
in a
is this
sort of
place?
stasis. But the chasm isn't
Fucking
the
gun.
only space-time anomaly or weird space-time
Oh, yeah, true,
thing
this.
that we've encountered, right?
Was she sick
Like, we had
here?
to travel through some chaotic space-time thingy in a second story quest, just to bring up an example where she didn't experience any negative effects. But the key metric here may
Okay.
not be the space-time anomaly's
Holy
existence,
cutscene.
but instead the
Fucking hell.
duration of Paimon's exposure to the space-time anomaly. Because, like, it did take a while for the chasm space-time anomalies to wear Paimon down. So it's very possible that Paimon doesn't experience these symptoms immediately. So she wouldn't get that severe
And I guess
fe-
maybe it depends how severe the anomaly is, maybe. Like, maybe in Shiznai, it's just very, very severe, like the anomaly, so she feels it quicker. I don't
feeling
know.
of exhaustion right away, even if the space-time anomaly in Snezhnaya was more severe or intense than it was in the chasm. It might take time.
I should have just let it fucking play for 5 seconds. Fucking hell. Literally said, probably it's more severe, so it affects her quicker.
Time to sort of wear her down.
God
But
damn.
maybe it just doesn't take as long as it did in the chasm.
I
And
am
there's
so
evidence for
done. Like, if I played it for 10 more seconds, that's insane.
this because, like, notice that the traveler's chest in the teaser trailer is
He's
cryo
cryo?
blue. That means they've
Yeah.
already been in Snezhnaya for at least a decent amount of time.
Oh, true.
Plus the duration of the train ride
After that, technically.
the capital, and we don't know where the
Actually, no, don't
capital
worry.
is in relation to Snezhnaya's borders either. So it could be that the longer we stay in Snezhnaya, the worse Paimon's symptoms get. And
Bro, 7.1. It's the title of the freaking patch. It's called Paimon's Dead. Paimon just dies. Like, well, what the fuck?
who knows, maybe this becomes a plot point. But also worth noting, since
Oh,
we're
no.
talking about people falling
Ooh.
asleep on trains, there were a bunch of people in the chat and comment section of my live stream analysis
True.
that noted that Paimon slowly falling asleep on the train reminded them a lot of how
Oh my god, if Paimon gets encased by ice, that'd be insane.
March 7th
I
started
forgot
feeling
about
ill and fell
this.
asleep on the train during the journey to Amphorius.
Holy fuck, that was so long ago. That was over a year ago.
in Honkai Star Rail.
I forgot
Now,
about
this
this,
could
yeah.
be a coincidence, but it
And she got Evernight. Oh my god, Paimon's getting an upgrade. Paimon's go... Bro, listen, Paimon's becoming playable. Eh.
is interesting that
That is
Amphorius was
interesting.
experiencing a space-time anomaly as well, and it did have an indirect relationship to March that could have ended with someone freezing the entire timeline, like slowing time all the way down until it doesn't move anymore.
Damn,
But while
God.
March was related to the time
The
half
art.
of space-time, Paimon might have had more of a relationship to the space half. After all, space and time define each other. And when you mess around with one, you mess around with the other, which would also support the idea that Paimon has another connection to Asmodee, and I'm gonna stop before people bring out the pitchforks again.
Oh no,
I've traveled to
bro.
every country in the world, and I've learned this the hard way. You know what's worse than a 12-hour
Okay,
layover?
weird
12
flex. Sure.
Okay, that's really all I wanted to say about Paimon, but I do have two little related side thoughts to share before you go. Partly because I'm not used to really short theories
Scrumptious.
like this, and I feel like I haven't really given you much to chew on. So, I guess I'm kind of compensating. Anyway, the first thing I wanted to share is that the idea of stasis and preservation isn't the only thing that the developers mentioned when they were talking about the special abilities of Cryo. They also mentioned the only
Why are some of these not in the blue, you know? Like, what is an I, then a curve, then an A, then a dashes? What do they stand for? But I wonder if actually you could combine all these white bits here to, like, combine to, like, a letter or something. That'd be interesting. That would be actually very, very interesting. Like a Tevadian language letter. To letter and the letter. I don't know.
thing that the developers mentioned when
I don't know. I mean, that's a reason. I don't know. Probably not.
they were talking about the special abilities of Cryo. They also
God damn
mentioned
it.
how Cryo could be used to hide or seal an ancient forbidden concept or power from the world, which the traveler might be able to tap into
Yeah,
at
that's
some
been
point.
back in my mind
now,
for so long.
this could be their way of talking about the stellar reactions that we're getting, but given how they
Maybe.
also told us about how the stellar linchpins that make those
Oh my
reactions
god, we're gonna be learning so much about those.
are connected to the third descender, it's actually possible that the power Cryo is hiding is related to that instead. Especially since the third descender allegedly died in Snezhnaya while unsealing a forbidden power, likely the Abyss, and the Ceres has been collecting their remains. Which brings me to the second thing I want to talk about, which has to do with stellar linchpins and Cryo as well. So after watching Sandrone's teaser trailer, I couldn't help but notice how Sandrone looked at her Cryo stellar linchpin while talking about Paulownia, and how Paulownia is also gone. Which feels really weird to me because Paulownia is just a machine, right? And Sandrone's specialty is building and fixing machines, and she's modified him a bunch of times. And we know the bulk of Paulownia's body is still intact, if not a bit banged up, because we saw it. So there has to be some external reason as to why Paulownia doesn't work anymore and Sandrone can't fix him. And this may be
I mean, we kind of learned that in her quest, right? I mean, she technically is fixing him, right? She is actually fixing him. So I do think we've got to get Paulownia in, I mean, this was made ages ago, right? 8 days ago, like before, pretty much before, yeah, this was made before, the patch came out, technically. It's just, she put 6.7 in because it was made after the trailer, right? Or close enough. But, yeah, I mean, she is, I mean, we do learn that it's, because, I mean, he was just banged up inside too much. You know, he was just, his all circuits and gears inside were just fucked up. Even more than hers, right? So, but she is rebuilding him. So I do think we've got to see Paulownia again in Snezhnaya, which is going to be awesome.
wonder if the reason that she can't fix Paulownia is because Paulownia's ability to function is tied to the stellar linchpin. Like, what if the second chance that Elaine left her was tied to both Paulownia and the linchpin inside of him, assuming that it was inside of him? Now, I know the linchpins are technically tied to the third descender, but the Narcissus and Kreutz Ordo Elaine was working with was also researching descenders and visions, so I don't think this idea is totally off the table. And if they did go that route, then it would be kind of symbolic in a lot of ways that I think work really well for her character. Because Elaine made Paulownia because he couldn't stay at Sandrone's side, because, you know, he's human and she's a robot. So if the stellar linchpin is connected to that action, then her awakening it or using it or obtaining it from Paulownia and Elaine is kind of like symbolic of her inheriting their legacy. It would also be thematically appropriate because Sandrone and Paulownia in the Commedia dell'arte are technically husband and wife. So if Sandrone sort of like spiritually carries a piece of are technically thematically appropriate because Sandrone and Paulownia in the Commedia dell'arte are technically husband and wife. So if Sandrone
You're already married, bro.
sort of like spiritually carries a piece of
Right, the color beta Sandrone shippers are going in freaking crisis. They're freaking having a crisis at this moment.
Paulownia with her going forward in the form of a stellar linchpin legacy, since linchpins appear to be like visions, and visions are like desires and wishes and hopes.
I'm so curious to learn more about them. Oh, it's gonna be so cool
as well. Then you can argue that she actually underwent hopes and dreams and all that kind of stuff, and I think that applies to legacies as well, then you can argue that she actually underwent a chemical marriage with Polonia, and the whole alchemical marriage thing is very much a Nartzenkreuz Ordo sort of dealio, and those are Marionette's origins. So I think that'd be pretty cool, if true. A lot of contingencies for that to be true, though. So we'll see. Very soon, probably. Maybe this video won't age well at all. I don't know. Regardless, I would like to extend a huge thanks to all of my members for supporting me and all the nonsense that I make. And I will say that I am in the middle of cooking a really big hunk of theory, so I hope this tides you over until we get that thing finished. She's a bit of a beast, so I guess I'll just go work on that now. But while I do that, let me know your thoughts about what's coming in Snezhnaya, and also what you think is wrong with Paimon, because I'm sure there's more options than just what I've presented here. Whoever guesses right gets bragging rights, I guess. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.
I feel like she's got to talk again. Oh, no, I thought she was going to go, hold up. All right, there we go. That is the, her thing. Alright, but yeah, that was really good. I mean, if you did enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. Ashkai theories are as good as ever. Yeah, I mean, I'm so curious to go to Snezhnaya, learn about, obviously, preservation, see Renova, see Rheindotter, why are they there? Like, the border around the Snezhnaya, like that thing. Oh my god, it's gonna be so interesting, bro. So interesting. And obviously, yeah, everything to do with Paimon as well. Bro, Snezhnaya is just gonna be insane. Like, it's generally gonna be ridiculous. And by the way, it comes out. Wait, I mean, we get the trailer. When did the trailer happen? The 12th? No, the 19th. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, the trailer happens the 31st of this month. So we got 1, 2. 3 weeks! Literally 3 weeks until the trailer comes out. So that's going to be insane. But yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone did enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.